everybody. Oh boy. Okay, so Facebook Live. We're still getting in the hang of doing it. We meaning me. I'm just gonna take a drink of water. I've got my pink background happening. Alright, so hi. Okay, so basically, yeah, the topic, right? So, I just finished giving an interview for a video series that's coming out specifically to transgender women about dating and just being just kind of like, it's like an empowerment series, video series. And this is my backdrop. I have like a backdrop that I like rig in my apartment for interviews and hosting deals. But so, you know, it was such a great, I was being interviewed, so it was just a really great conversation. And, you know, I started off by saying that there's so much I don't know. Like, there's so much I don't know what it means to be transgender, a transgender woman. I just don't. And so I wanted to make it clear, when I agreed to be part of the interview series, it was really important that I express the fact that I don't know a lot. It was really important that I let her audience know that the host of the video series is a transgender woman. And again, I was so humbled that she asked me to be a part of it, because there are a lot of people who are involved in the video interview series who are also transgender and just know more about what it means to be transgender. So anyway, long story short, I was very humbled that she asked me to be a part of it. And yeah, it went really great. We did an hour-long interview. I will let everyone know when it comes out. But, you know, the through line that I noticed in our conversation was that we all had very similar experiences. You know, again, I could admit, and I think it's important to be able to admit if you don't know a lot about something. You know, I agreed to be a part of the interview because she acknowledged that she knew that I didn't know a lot, but she was like, if you use a term that isn't correct, like, I'll correct you with love. And I'm like, no, that's great, because I need to know. We all need to know. There's so much we don't know, and that's where a lot of the fear comes into place. So all of this to say, I mean, we talked about everything from online dating to where to meet people, self-care and how to protect yourself, and just kind of like what questions to ask somebody who's a potential partner, like to see how quote unquote woke they are, you know, and how because, well, that's the other thing. I feel like there's so many things where we want everyone to fit in a box of like, this person is this gender or this thing, and it's only that one thing, and there's no nuance. And it's like, even within our conversation of talking about transgender women, it's not just one type of transgender woman. So anyway, just like everything, you guys, it's like, oh my God, things aren't just black and white. You know, there are so many nuances with things, and people's experiences are different, and people's coming out experiences are different. And again, I just wanted to kind of, again, it was an hour-long interview, and I just wanted to say something about it because I have so many thoughts, and it was so great. And again, I'm just very humbled that I was a part of it. And I'll, of course, let you guys know when the video series is up. But, yeah, it was just more about, and this could go, all the single people out there, it was more about, generally, it was about knowing your identity, know who you are in terms of your identity, whether it be gender, lifestyle, sexual preferences, likes and dislikes. Know your identity first, and then it'll be easier to know who to weed out when you're clear on what you're looking for and who you are and who you're presenting out there into the world and what you want. And that's really kind of the point of all of it, really. But just, you know, it's funny because I actually really quickly, and then I'll end this because I feel like I'm just rambling at this point. But it's funny because as most of you know, just from watching some of my other videos and postings lately, I mean, I've had a lot of things come up for me around race, and so race and ethnicity. And so actually there were a lot of through lines with gender and race for that conversation for transgender women. It was very interesting how there was some intersection there, and how I mean, the host was saying basically that she had somebody say, oh my God, I'm so open and open-minded and stuff, like I'd even hug you. And it was like that statement, in that statement, they kind of proved that they weren't as open. And she mentioned, well, I could never date someone who was like, made that statement. And I said, you know what's funny? I couldn't either, but there might be somebody who might be okay with it, because they're like, you know what? This person's learning. I have the capacity to teach them. I'm okay that, you know, I know what they were trying to say and it wasn't offensive to me. So again, it's important to know your own boundaries, to know what's okay for you and what isn't okay. You know, one person's level of woke isn't the same as someone else's level of woke, so to speak. So just be careful out there, everybody, and ask questions if you are online. I've had a lot of clients and people right now say that they're nervous about dating in this climate and just with everything going on in the world and in our country. So I think when you're on different dating sites and apps, it's a really important thing to ask certain questions. For example, I'm on a certain dating app at the moment, and on there I say must be woke and certain things of that nature. And so, yeah, I'm not going to be able to like necessarily like weed out everybody, or like not everyone I match up with is going to be on the same page, but at least if I put something like, you know, must be inclusive or open-minded or woke or aware of social issues, at least I'm already kind of, people are seeing what I'm about, so they'll either swipe yes for me or no based on that sentence or that statement, and then we can go from there. So whatever those things are for you that are really important and hard no's or hard yeses to, put those on your dating profiles and apps, because I think it's really important right now. And again, especially just to weed out any ridiculous craziness. You know, be clear about who you are and who you want to attract on these sites and apps, and just in the real world too. Just freaking like, let's eliminate drama. Can we do it? Can we eliminate drama? Be clear about who you are. Identity is important, to know who you are. Put that out there. You'll weed out people who don't like your identity, and you'll move on with people who do like what you're about, okay? So again, look out for that interview. I'll be posting the crap out of it, of course, but it was just a really, again, so humbled by the experience of being invited to talk about what it means to be a transgender woman and date being a transgender person, because I don't know what that's about. And again, I really appreciated the host still wanting me to be a part of the conversation, knowing that I'm admitting I don't know a lot about that experience. Coming from a small town in the Midwest, it was just really, it was very humbling to be asked to be a part of that. I'm just saying a lot of stuff and I'm getting like emotional. I just, you know, it really meant a lot. I take this very seriously, and I just wanted to do it justice, and I just didn't want it to be, I didn't want to minimize that experience. And I'm happy to be a part of it and add my knowledge of dating that I've been doing for 10 years now, which is crazy, to that conversation. So that's it. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves and just be safe and just freaking be nice. Can we just be nice? Can we just be nice to each other? All right. Thanks for listening. I'll see everybody soon. Bye.